I know. Terry wants to talk drugs. I don't know why. I don't think you're biased at all. Okay, hey, here's a question mark. The credit card reform bill passes. What I saw is that the best customers are now going to be shouldered with higher interest rates to cover the losses for late payers and whatnot. But also, I think this one could go either way because there's also less fraud possible under this law. Less fine print, hidden kind of when your rate changes, as soon as you're late one day. And I think that's a form of fraud. So the libertarians are always kind of anti-fraud, and I think that one, I don't know whether it's a gain or a loss, but it's something that I like that there's some issues where it could go either way. We have such bad news on a daily basis that it's like to have one that just is a gain or an opportunity. So I tried to throw that one in. Okay, insurance companies getting TARP money, obviously bad. Craigslist getting shaken down by state attorneys general for hooker ads. They go after one website when there's thousands of websites that offer erotic services. I mean, it's just a dog and pony show. Yeah, it was. Okay, well, I don't know. It's just ineffectual government on display. Democrats want bailouts for minority-owned radio stations. Sarah and I talked about that in an interview last time. That's a weird one, but when you go up, if they can ask for a bailout, I mean, anyone can. I mean, whatever industry you're in, go ahead, get in line. I don't know. Could be anything now.
Yeah, I'm a religious minority. Does that count?
Yeah, in that particular one, the Black Caucus specifically went up with, and they may have had some other Democrats, high-ranking Democrats too, but they wrote a letter and appealing for bailouts for minority-owned radio stations, which we started to get into does it overlap into trying to control the messages out there and trying to censor some of the things they don't want to hear, any anti-government type messages. We're not seeing the massive propaganda crackdown yet, but it's hints of it. Okay, 1 minute pitch for the joining of the Libertarian Party. I know only the 3 newbies here, but it's a 37-year-old party, 38 this year. Time flies, doesn't it, Herb? 200,000 registered voters, 207 elected libertarians currently serving. LP president candidate Bob Barr, which I've got my Bob Barr shirt on tonight, got over 500,000 votes, but a little disappointing. They didn't have much money. I saw Wayne Root on TV yesterday. I was actually on that Freedom Watch channel on Fox News. So there's still a little buzz about the libertarians. How joining the LP helps influence public debates. Your dues help offset candidate filing costs. Right? You're Chris back there chortling because, Chris, you told me a horrible statistic just a minute ago, or earlier tonight. What do they charge you to put your campaign statement in last year versus this year on the ballot?
Real quick here. Yeah, they told me on the May 19th that if I had $1,900, they'd put my 3 or 4 paragraph statement on there. I said, that's okay. Because at that time, with the open primary, there was a chance that someone might actually get 50%, and then there wouldn't be a runoff. Well, no one got 50%, and there's a runoff between a Democrat, a Republican, and me. So I said, well, maybe I can raise that $1,900 by this Monday. And so I went in there today. I said, oh, yeah, that candidate statement. What was it again, $1,900 and something? Oh, no, it's $6,388 now. I said, thank you. Printing costs and ink. I don't know where they're buying their ink or their paper, but obviously the Congressional District, 32nd Federal, yes. Now, I thought, well, they did all the other stuff for $1,740. We're going to add 3 paragraphs, so I won't have a candidate statement because of that. Yay, L.A. County. And I think this is more the L.A. County. I don't know if there's rules on this or not, but it went from $1,900 to $6,300. And that was a big downturn because I was almost thinking I could maybe raise that much by this weekend with a few. So there won't be a candidate statement on this runoff from the Libertarian Party because of that. We need to change that, folks. We don't need 6,300 to get 3 paragraphs.
That's terrible. Anti-democratic. That's one of the ways they consolidate their power, the two main parties. They shut out the...
Unbelievable.
So, if you join the party, your $25 registration fee helps to offset those costs. You get promotional materials, newsletters, a lot more information on lp.org, and then for our California site, you can get to the California site through the national site, and then our site is liberty66.org for our local events. Okay, our Tea Party panelists I've made them eat fast because our food was coming up so slow. So why don't you guys just keep eating? I don't want you to get hernias or something. I'll just because Ron's done. Why don't we do it such that Ron can kind of tell his story, and then as you guys finish, we'll start round robining the questions a little better. Yeah, because you looks like you wolfed your food down first. And really, you're in Army basic training. Yeah, Army basic training. Well, let me introduce you. Then we can get to that. Oh, no way! I can't answer that phone now. That's my brother's mother-in-law. Okay. Let me introduce our panelists. Nathan Mintz, organizer of the Southbay Tea Party, right there. Yes, thank you, Nathan. Yeah, how many did you have there? How many folks showed up at that tea party on Dockwaller Beach? Yeah.
We had about somewhere between 1,500 and 1,800.
Wow, that's great.
Which, given the fact that it was a sandstorm like I'd never seen before, was pretty impressive.
Great, outstanding.
Blowing 40.
Yeah. Now we'll get to how you did that in a second here. It was on Dockwaller Beach. I went by there like an hour before it was supposed to start and only saw 10 people. Even though I had promised to go to the Santa Monica, I just wanted to see if it was assembling. You guys looked like you were getting killed by the wind. It was like, I didn't know if anyone was going to show up, but then I looked later and there's a huge crowd, on the
like
pictures.
Penguins. I was there in the middle, so I didn't even notice the wind.
Yeah, you were
sheltered,
sheltered by the crowd.
Yeah.
It's good to be the organizer.